Hello, it's Todd Morgan, your classic movie guy, here for another episode talking about flirtatious women in classic movies that drive men crazy. Here we go with the list. Number 1, Gone with the Wind, 1939. Scarlett O'Hara is played by the amazing Vivien Leigh, who is a Southern belle who uses her charm and feminine wiles to manipulate men, including her husband, Rhett Butler, played by the incomparable Clark Gable. Number 2, The Philadelphia Story, 1940. Tracy Lord is played by Katharine Hepburn. She's a wealthy socialite, and she flirts and goes around with 3 different men, including her ex-husband, Cary Grant, and a reporter, James Stewart. Obviously, this movie is well known to classic movie fans, and Katharine Hepburn does her best to turn on the charm to all 3 men at the same time. Number 3, To Catch a Thief. Frances Stevens is played by the beautiful and stunning Grace Kelly. She was an American heiress who was spoiled and usually got her way. She flirted and eventually captured, to some degree, the retired jewel thief John Robbie the Cat, played by Cary Grant. The amazing scenes on the French Riviera and how she traps Cary Grant in his rhetoric and his lies and uses her deductive reasoning as well as her body and her mind to captivate Cary Grant makes her irresistible. Number 4, Some Like It Hot, 1959. Sugar Cane. How can we ever forget the name Sugar Cane? Played by Marilyn Monroe. She's a singer and a dancer, and she plays the ukulele. She captures the attention of 2 male musicians who are fleeing from the mob, so in disguise, they dress up as women and join the all-girls band. But they cannot resist the wiles of Marilyn Monroe. Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon become bedazzled by the amazingly beautiful, stunning Marilyn Monroe in this farce. Comedy gold is Something Like It Hot. Number 5, Breakfast at Tiffany's, 1961. Holly Golightly. How can we ever forget the name? Holly Golightly, played by Audrey Hepburn. She's a prostitute. She sells her body to men, and she tries to sleep around in order to get a man who's wealthy. But she ends up falling in love with another man, Paul Varjak, played by George Peppard. But now she has a choice. Is she going to really commit to a relationship that makes no sense at all? But she learns that commitment is something that you do when you love someone. Number 6, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, 1958. The beautiful Elizabeth Taylor uses her body, her mind, and her calculating personality to play with and mess with her husband, Paul Newman, and his entire family. Number 7, The Graduate. Who can forget Mrs. Robinson, 1967, played by Anne Bancroft, an older woman who seduces a young college graduate, Dustin Hoffman, and tempts him away from her daughter. Unforgettable scenes and unforgettable music in The Graduate. Number 8, 7 Brides for Seven Brothers. It's a 1954 musical that tells the story of 7 brothers who live in the backwoods of Oregon, and they don't know how to communicate or deal with or work with any women. But the women don't understand how flirtatious and how they can act and drive their husbands or their men with desire. Very funny movie and musical. Number 9, Lolita, the 1962 highly controversial film by Stanley Kubrick. The story revolves around a middle-aged man named Humbert, who becomes infatuated with a 12-year-old girl named Dolores Hayes, whom he nicknames Lolita. It's a controversial, disturbing movie because it involves a middle-aged man driven with desire and passion, forbidden desire and sexual obsession of a 12-year-old girl. Number 10, Baby Doll, the 1956 film directed by Elia Kazan and banned in many, many places. The film tells the story of a 19-year-old child bride named Baby Doll. She's caught in a love triangle and seduces everyone that comes in her path. The film was controversial because of its overt sexual themes, the portrayal of a child bride, and middle-aged men falling in love with this child bride. But Baby Doll drives men crazy because of her provocative young woman focused on the themes of desire, obsession, jealousy, rage, passion. Once again, these are top 10 films that depict flirtatious women in different ways, proving that a woman can be very, very dangerous when combined with men if they use their sexuality and their conniving spirit to trap men into wanting them and pushing the envelope to drive men crazy. That's the list. See you on the next video.